The member for Kingston and the Islands.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's certainly a delight for me to speak today on my wonderful colleague from Ottawa, Orleans, a new member, and what a delight to have such a wonderful, worthwhile bill that should be nonpartisan coming forward from a new member, so I would like to congratulate her.
Thank you.
Many Ontarians may be surprised that they are learning to cause harm. They're causing harm to fish and wildlife by using personal care products that contain microbeads. Since they are too small to be filtered out by wastewater treatment plants, they make their way into the world's waterways and oceans. Recent research has shown them in alarming abundance in Great Lakes and St. Lawrence River sediments. Microbeads are a serious concern to the environment and human health because they absorb persistent organic pollutants, including carcinogens and hormone disruptors, which, when ingested by fish and other wildlife, can bioaccumulate up the food chain. Organisms that have ingested microplastics experience compromised immune function and higher mortality. Over 250 species have been impacted. Professor Sherry Mason from the State University of New York conducted the first study that found microbeads floating in the Great Lakes. As one would expect, she found that concentrations increased downstream, with the highest numbers in Lake Ontario. Last year, McGill University researchers collected sediment from 10 locations along a 320-kilometre stretch of the St. Lawrence River to Quebec City. At some locations, they measured over 1,000 microbeads per litre of sediment, a magnitude that rivals the world's most contaminated ocean sediments. These important findings prove that rivers can act as a sink for this form of pollution. As with all cross-border, multi-source environmental issues, we need to address microbead pollution collectively, as the other members have stated. The Great Lakes and St. Lawrence Cities Initiative, a coalition of U.S. and Canadian mayors and other local officials, including my hometown of Kingston and the Islands, has been instrumental in raising awareness and calling for action on microbead pollution. We are taking an important step today. If the Act is passed, which I hope it will, Ontario will join Illinois, the first jurisdiction in the world to ban microbeads. Our purchasing decisions have a strong influence on manufacturers. So regardless of where those products come from, we have the ability to make a difference. Apps such as Beat the Microbead have made it easier to identify products containing microbeads by simply scanning the barcode. Microbead ingredients are listed as polyethylene or polypropylene. There are now more than 2,000 products on the market using microbeads in North America. I urge all manufacturers to join the industry leaders like the ones that have already been mentioned and add to those Unilever, Aveda and Lush, who have already phased out their use. In closing, Mr. Speaker, microbeads are a great concern for the well-being of fish and wildlife and pose a threat to human health. They are unnecessary, and as we've already heard, natural alternatives are possible to purchase. They must be eliminated as soon as possible. Mr. Speaker, I urge the members of this House to show leadership in the environmental stewardship of our Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence River by supporting this bill. And I will be sharing my time today with my colleague. Merci, miigwech. Thank you.
Thank you very much.